What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin Cash today, BCH USD. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. Shout out to the Dragon Riders in the House of the Dragon. Here we are, moving sideways, sitting here at a $410 price, and I just can't help but feel, you guys, that there's some kind of magic in the air that's going to happen with this thing. I really, really do. I think that this consolidation, as long and boring and not convenient as it has been, it's slowed down the price action, the growth, everything that we've expected for BTC or BCH here. I think that there's some magic brewing, man. I really, really do. And where it's coming from is this financial institution, this government crypto stockpile war that's happening all around the world, right? I say war because it really is, and maybe not a war, I should say a game. It's a competition. It's a straight competition of who can get the better assets in their crypto stockpile, right? Who can have the most Bitcoin for sure, but then what other speculations, what other crypto plays can these countries make or financial institutions make to outperform the United States crypto stockpile? Because the United States, the US set the standard, right? Solana, XRP, Ethereum, BTC, and Cardano. That's it. That's our crypto stockpile, right? Not every country is going to follow suit. They're going to look for their own coins that can maybe even outperform the whole that conglomerate of cryptos the United States has, right? They're not going to get the exact same ones. Maybe some of them will to hedge, but they're going to get their own stockpile. And this is the magic that I'm talking about, man. Is Bitcoin Cash is ripe for this. Imagine you're a country, a government entity, a financial institution, and you're looking for a next Bitcoin, a BTC, something that might have been overlooked by the whole crypto community that has viability, that is not a rug pull scam, that has some kind of fundamental value to it that they could connect the dots. It's like the next BTC, or maybe even it is BTC, just in a different format. Bitcoin Cash, it's right there. Put me in, coach. I'm right here. I'm the perfect, it literally is that coin. And there's other coins too, right? There's other, obviously like Solana's been chosen, but I don't consider Solana's still a new coin, right? There's other coins too. There's Dogecoin, like genuinely could be a coin. Chainlink, sure. Why not? I'm thinking, older. I'm thinking some older coins, Litecoin, Monero, absolutely. These Monero, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, mark my words, all three of these projects I bet are going to be heavily speculated on whenever it comes to crypto stockpile reserves or some kind of ETFs being proposed or something. Who knows? They're OGs. They're OGs in the space. They have a reliable track record, and they're oftentimes overlooked. People, smart money, big players, they don't put their money into things that everybody's looking at. They put their money into things that are doing work behind the scenes. Bitcoin Cash is the definition of doing work without anybody caring about what's watching. They do their work in the dark. They do their best work in the dark, man. And whenever I say they, Bitcoin Cash it's not like a company. I mean developers on the Bitcoin Cash ecosystem are outperforming BTC in my opinion, right? Like there's more going on here than meets the eye, and people overlook it because, oh, it's just a failed Bitcoin. It's just a scam Bitcoin. It's never had an uptrend in its life, but it's never had a downtrend either. It's just got these lower highs here and higher lows here. That's not a downtrend. That's a consolidation phase. This is in one giant consolidation phase, a multi-cycle consolidation phase that's lasted since 2017, since its inception. Heavy disbelief, heavy shade being thrown at it and everything, and yet you're doing things that are clearly different. You didn't reject down. You rejected down here. You rejected down here. Here you're not rejecting straight down. You're doing things differently. You're flirting. You're clearly going to break out. It's absolutely going to happen. And when I say I feel the magic in the air, man, I really, really mean it. Like, this is something big is going to happen. And I think that this could be, it could be so big, man. I don't want to say it. I don't want to get people's hopes up, but I'm going to say it. Who knows? Maybe Bitcoin Cash really does see a $20,000 price by the end of the cycle. Maybe it even sees something more dramatic than that. I was just looking at a chart, man, where Solana went from 60 million to 10 billion nonstop, just a straight move up. And that's small potatoes compared to what Bitcoin Cash's market cap is now, and compared to what it will be, But if the right thing exists and there's the right narrative behind it, and there's enough money to back it up, yeah, absolutely, we could run all the way up. This is like a time machine. And everybody who invests in Bitcoin Cash understands this. All the Dragon Riders, all the people in the House of the Dragon, we understand that Bitcoin Cash is a beast of its own. That's why we call it the Dragon. It really is. and it's going to burn the people that throw shade at it, that fade this thing. We understand that it's a better Bitcoin. But when the rest of the world understands that it's a better Bitcoin, that it's a better BTC, what's that going to do to the price? It's a time machine. It's at 410. Imagine $106,000 now. You wake up and BTC's at $410. Wouldn't you just think that the most obvious thing to do is sell all of your worldly belongings and put everything you have into that price? You got it right here. And BTC's already paved the way. This is why I really do think that BCH will have an easier time reaching these levels. I'm not saying that it's going to be at 20K by the end of the cycle. I'm just saying if the right narrative happens, you never know. Things can move faster, way faster than anticipated. And we've had a very long consolidation phase here, guys. And it's clear that we're going to break out. Let's bring it down to earth a little bit. Okay, let's talk about what my genuine expectations are. Okay, all of those are genuine expectations, but let's refine this down a little bit. Okay, I very much think we're going to break out. There's two key stopping points once we break out. The first one, last cycle's high. The next one are all-time highs. Those are two key areas that we would expect to stop at, okay? Something like that. And maybe just for fun, we could throw in this monthly high close right here, okay? Right there at $2,300 right there. I don't believe that any of these areas, anywhere in this zone, I don't believe that this is going to be our all-time high for this cycle. I think this cycle high is going to be at new all-time highs. I really do think it will. I think we're going to hit $10,000 to $13,000 by the end of the cycle. We're at $410 now. But whenever we break out of this phase, that's what's going to help us determine where we are by the end of the cycle. We are going to break out of this. It's happening now. It's going to happen now, and I'm telling you, I wouldn't be surprised in the least if what happens, what breaks us out of this multi-cycle consolidation phase, what takes us up to astronomically higher prices than probably anybody's expecting to happen, it's going to be because of some kind of sovereign wealth fund or country investing in this thing, making it a part of their crypto stockpile. Somebody's going to give BCH a fair shake, and when that happens, you're going to see this thing explode. Because think about it like BTC, right? Like I'm preaching here. I feel like I don't know, maybe I'm like, I don't even want to say it. I'm preaching here. But imagine Michael Saylor, right, piecing together that BTC is this thing that he could just hedge his stock. He could literally sell stock for, stake his company in Bitcoin, and then if Bitcoin grows more than his company, his company's going to gain value, right? And all these people right now are starting to put together, they're piecing together that this is something that can happen for them, right? And so now there's a lot of attention on BTC. I feel like this is a bad analogy. I feel like it sounded better in my head, but now that I'm saying it out loud, it's not going to work out. But essentially for Bitcoin Cash, it just took one. It took one person, one company to lead the way, to make it a bright idea for everybody else, right? Same kind of idea with Bitcoin Cash. It's just going to take one. You just need one reputable source, and there's got to be at least a few of them that are checking out BCH, man, because this is a long-standing crypto, and it's not the top performing asset of the world, but it is the closest to BTC that exists in the space. It's the closest thing to what Bitcoin actually set out to be in the space. It's a better Bitcoin by all definitions, other than maybe decentralization and technically hash rate security in that kind of aspect. But that can change. That can absolutely change. All it takes is one person to give one entity, one country, whatever it might be, to give Bitcoin Cash a fair shake. And then just like how MSTR with Michael Saylor started doing that, and it just took one company to lead the way doing that, and then all the other little ducks are going to follow in line. It's the same thing. Once one person gives Bitcoin Cash an honest shake, once one reputable source, besides just us in the BCH community, start talking about this thing, the light will shine on this thing exactly the way it's meant to. And everybody will see what this is meant to be. That's going to cause a frantic uproar. I mean, like literally people will start to piece together, oh, it's literally like buying BTC back at $411. Like it's that same. If this thing can go to 106K, why can't this one? You know what I mean? There's no competition. The argument that the small blockers had versus the big blockers, right? The argument that the BTC people had versus the BCH people is that there can't be two. Either Bitcoin will succeed or BCH will succeed. And if Bitcoin succeeds, Bitcoin Cash is in the dirt. And that was true. That was true back in the time whenever people thought that BCH and BTC were competing for the same thing. But that's not true. The people in the Bitcoin Cash community understand this very well. Bitcoin Cash is not a store of value. That's not what it's meant for. It's not meant to be a store of value. That's not what the community wants it to be. It's meant to be a peer-to-peer cash, trustless why am I drawing a blank here? Peer-to-peer cash, trustless means of transacting. Why I'm drawing a blank, but you understand what I'm trying to say, right? It is literally, it's meant to be peer-to-peer cash, unconfiscatable, unstoppable money. You can't counterfeit it. It's meant to be that, right? It's not meant to be a store of value. So, and I'm falling off the wagon here. I'm trying to get back on. What I'm trying to say is that they can exist in the same world. Bitcoin Cash and BTC can exist in the same world. There's going to be other people that piece this together. Why? Because they're not the same project anymore. They started off as the same, but Bitcoin Cash being a peer-to-peer currency versus BTC being a store of value, that's a very different dynamic. And this can flow a lot better because of that. And I think that it will. But I don't know, man. We're at $411 now. As far as short-term analysis goes, your daily RSI is on fire. You look phenomenal. You're right at the area that we'd expect you to move up higher. You're going to break through this zone. So we're at $411 now. See ya. We're going to $600. You guys, what's happening right now? We're getting ready to break out of this range right now. That's exactly what's happening. And this is why I've been going on this rant of a video this whole time. From a high coming down to these highs here, right? Come on now. Come on to these highs here, something like that, right? If we go up from here, and we will go up from here, we're going to break out. Look at what we're doing here. Our next phase up, we're going to be interacting with this line. Are we going to reject this line? I mean, maybe one more, maybe not on the second one. Maybe it takes 3 more times. I don't know, but soon enough, your days are numbered. Downward sloping trend line, which means that something big is coming our way. Something huge. How huge is it? I don't know, but huge enough to break us out of a multi-cycle downtrend. Okay, in the resistance line. We're not in a downtrend, obviously, right? It's a consolidation phase. I got to be careful with my words there. Downtrend implies lower lows and lower highs. We don't have that. We have higher lows and lower highs throughout the existence of Bitcoin Cash. So it's not a downtrend. We'll break out of this trending line. And we're going to have our monthly ribbon, MA exponential ribbon, cross bullishly for the first time ever in BCH's history. It's actually even had this cross once, but we gave it back up. It was a false cross. We're looking to bullishly cross. We get this month to close here or higher. We got a day and 22 hours left. I bet we will. I mean, look at this, right? The daily RSI, I just closed out of it because of that. The daily RSI is literally right at an area to bounce. If you close here or higher, we're getting this monthly RS, or we're getting the monthly ribbon across bullish. You guys, bullish cross on the monthly RSI, never been done before. Breaking out of this consolidation phase, never been done before. Some kind of big narrative is going to be backing this up. We're going to get a humongous move because of it. And what's crazy is, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. What if we don't go here? What if we literally just blast through to new all-time highs? Like, what if Bitcoin Cash does pull some kind of 10x move from here or 20x move from here? What if it does because of this recognition? I'm not saying it will happen. I want to stay grounded to earth, right? We've had a hell of a time so far in our lives just making it back to $1,000 to $2,000. Okay, I'm not trying to get overzealous here, but maybe just a little bit because of this, because of that, because of BCH to BTC. We look at this here on a monthly basis, right? Your whole time frame. Things are a bit different right now. And while this has been more bearish than we originally expected, especially throughout all these months here, right? We're on a monthly time frame now. Look at what you're doing. Look at this. You guys, look at this freaking chart. Look at this graph. You know, like it's beautiful. Look up frying pan. Look up saucer. Look up frying pan chart pattern, saucer chart pattern. Look up rounded bottom chart pattern. This is absurdly bullish, and this is a lifelong of going down. You guys, Bitcoin Cash is turning the tide versus BTC right now. Something's going on, and we're going to be alive to see it happen. All the Bitcoin Cashers, you're about to be vindicated. We are literally about, I think that this run, and maybe it's not this cycle. Maybe it's not by the end of 2025. Maybe it's next cycle. But we're biding our time. We've gone through 3 cycles now, basically, right? 3 cycles. We can go through one more where we're not taking it serious, you know, and maybe not one more cycle, because honestly, we're going to break out here. I think this will turn some heads, but I just mean versus Bitcoin, we might not see any kind of stupendous growth by the end of the cycle, but maybe we do. I don't know. We're doing things differently. We're more bullish now than we ever have been in our entire life. We're getting more bullish readings on the monthly RSI, more bullish readings on the weekly RSI than we've ever seen before. It's all happened this cycle, and just this overall rounding of the bottom, it gets you set up for the long term for a very bullish trend. This is a turnaround. There's a turning point that's happening with BCH to BTC, and it's happening right now. I think it's happening right now. And that's the reason I'm making this video. Whoever's watching this, I hope it's on your radar. If you're thinking about putting your money into BTC or even into MicroStrategy or some kind of constituent or derivative of BTC, I might recommend a hedge in BCH, because I very much actually think that this thing is about to rip. I think it's about to outperform BTC to a large degree. We're going to see it happen very, very soon. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. None of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but again, $411 now. We're probably going to be moving up over the next couple of days, and I expect next month, June, to be phenomenal. This is going to be a month where we see some spectacular explosiveness in price that we haven't seen all cycle and perhaps even in Bitcoin Cash's whole life, genuinely. We could see crazy things. We've been here before. We've been at this price before. 1 month later, we were all the way up at $2,400. It can happen again. It can happen again. It absolutely can, especially in this environment, especially where we've got an arms race of crypto stockpiles going on around the world, and countries are chomping at the bit trying to figure out something that is perfect, something that's overlooked, has the same values or potentially the same values as Bitcoin, that people can get behind, that's proven to be safe. It's got a track record. It's not a brand new coin like SWI, which just got hacked for $200 million, and they're still trying to figure this out. And everyone's like, oh, it's cool because they're going to take a loan from SWI. So SWI didn't get hacked. It was this other protocol on SWI, but SWI's the one paying them off. So SWI got hacked. If SWI's loaning these guys money, SWI got hacked $200 million. It's a new crypto. Financial institutions aren't going to want to put their billions of dollars in something that could get hacked. And it's nice that they're dealing with $200 million, but that's not what they're talking about. BCH is sound money, man. It's sound money, and it's got a proven track record of flawlessness, okay? I got nothing else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe. This went on way longer than I meant for it to, but I'm curious to see what happens. Either all of our hopes and dreams are going to be realized, or this video is going to age like sour milk. But I don't think it will. I think the charts are very obvious. They're telling us something, and I genuinely believe that even all of you, and me included, I think all of us are going to feel freaking retarded, pardon my language, but we're going to feel like absolute idiots for not buying more Bitcoin Cash at these levels. I think it's going to be increasingly obvious over the coming days, over the coming weeks, over the coming months, by the end of the cycle. And it will only get more obvious. I think the real fun for Bitcoin Cash is going to be next cycle. I really, really do. Because this environment, this cycle, we're existing in the same environment we've always existed. Next cycle, acceptance, validation. What's that going to do the whole cycle? Catching up to BTC, all these thoughts, BCH, BTC, which one's, but like it's none of that's in the discussion outside of this community. What happens when it is? What happens when it is? I don't know, man. I'm done talking. Bye-bye.